And I'm still a couple days too early to be working out, but it'll be all right. I ain't really doing nothing. It's something like make sure I don't get too lazy. But anyway, I was sitting here thinking, I was thinking about how we all been talking about narcissism, these kind of people and that kind of people. In my life, I only really had a problem with one type of person. This type of people would be like right there at the top, but they can't get to the top because of their attitude and the way they believe. These kind of people I always thought was weird because it's like they're not demons, I don't think. You know what I'm saying? They not narcissists, but it's like they believe in God, but it's like they really don't believe in God. But I never could understand why and how they couldn't believe in God. They weren't demons, though. They weren't evil. They were just, like, if I did something miraculous, if God did something through me miraculous, and just from elevating, and I showed somebody just to have proof, they'll be like, they'll look at me like I'm the devil or something. They'll be like, you the devil. That's not realistic. That's unreal. But here's the thing though. What I don't get is that these people, some of them, be in these group organizations. They be in things like the basements. So some of the stuff that I be showing people that I do, they do in these organizations. They do that plus some. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but it's like they don't get that part. I don't know what kind of people these are, but they don't get that part. And that always puzzles me. Like, you mean to tell me you could be in a basement where you see people, judge people, sex parts, take organs from people without having surgery, through black magic? You can see them manipulate the weather as well through black magic. You can see them make your hair come out through black magic, give you a bad liver through black magic, a bad heart through black magic, a bad kidney through black magic, which is really decomposing, and somehow they're getting your good kidney, your good heart, and your good liver through black magic. I know people who young, who done had a whole heart replacement, cancer. And I had to learn when I caught cancer in my stomach, I had to learn then, I learned right then and there that I was too young to have cancer. And you gotta watch who you in the bed with. When they get that deep, you gotta watch who you in the bed with. You gotta watch the family you around. And I got so paranoid, and then thank God the paranoia came through. Sometimes paranoia for me is a great thing. Sometimes paranoia for me saved my life, because I had to realize something. Like when me and my ex got together, I know she loved me, but 4 to 5 years after we done been together, the love was no more. And then I realized what made her not love me anymore. Then I realized the family that I was stuck with. This family around me keep trying to keep me stuck. Then I realized if she making me sick, the whole family making me sick. So I quit eating everything around them. I don't want nothing you got. I don't want to take nothing out your hand, even if it's wrapped up and I know it came exactly from the store. I'm thanking God I'm at peace with you, and I'm not handling you like I really want to handle you. You know what I'm saying? Just like that right there. I'm thanking God for that. And now I gotta go pray to God to see how I can get my own money so I can get my own food and get my own stuff. I don't trust nobody around me. See, that right there. But these kind of people, and then when I did that, I got rid of the cancer in my stomach. Because somebody around me kept poisoning me. But see, and they did all this through these basements, through these experiments. You think they having these experiments because they want to come together and talk about black magic, do black magic as simple as gossiping about people? Hell no. They found out some tricks, some ancient stuff, and they want to experiment on somebody to see if it worked. But some of these people, I know, you are in them groups. And when they see somebody like me do something miraculous, but they up here with God where they supposed to be, but they can't get to that door. They can't get through that door. And I always measure these people like, what is wrong with these people? These people are right here at the door. Why ain't they walking through the door? Because they really don't believe in God. So you mean to tell me you can believe in Satan, but you don't believe in God? But these ain't Satanists. These ain't demons now. I'm just saying they might work for the organization, or they might know about the organization. They might know about certain things. Not saying an organization is Satan, but they might know about certain dark things, and they deal with certain dark things. But for some reason, it ain't even dark. It might not even be dark. They might just be a reader. But how can you be a conduit, and how can you be a reader? How can you believe in these certain things and see these certain things come into fruition for the enemy? You see the enemy do it. I know y'all hate to hear me say God and the devil. I don't know. I like to say that because it shortens everything up without me explaining everything. You see the devil do it, and it's like you see the devil do it, and it's like you talk with your girls about it, like, yeah, honey, yeah, they did that. But when God do it, and somebody of God do it, you want to call it out that it's something else. Or is it that God did it through somebody and that's just one individual and y'all had to do it as a group? I always wondered about that. So if y'all got any answers on that, I would love to hear it on YouTube. What kind of people are these? Now, coming up with God, them the kind of people I stayed away from. Because I didn't know what the hell they was. I just knew they was in front of the door that I need to go through, and I always had to move them out my way. Because it's like, you supposed to been done went through this door. You just standing right here at the door. You still supporting. They ain't of God. They ain't of Satan now. They ain't of the devil. I mean, they ain't bad people. They ain't no narcissists. But they standing in front of the door, right there where you could just walk right through it and be right there with God. And it's like they puzzled. They stuck, stagnated, stuck in suspense, still paused. God been working through me my whole life. Let me see. Probably one of the most biggest things I noticed that God healed in me was the cancer I caught in my stomach. Because they ain't no telling what they were feeding me, especially when I pulled out all that lead out of my body. There was times I throwed up blood. Past stool is blood. Throwing up blood and my stool is blood at the same time, like they were just feeding me glass. And it's like they got a thrill off of hurting me. And I know, like I said, I can't even blame these people because it's my energy. After you done it so long, you're going to keep doing it. But I do want to know what's wrong with these people, though. These particular people. You're unusual. I don't even know what you are. It ain't a name for you. It should be a name for you. And if it is a name for you, send it to me. But I need to know. I want to see some YouTube videos on these kind of people. They just standing right there at the door. They believe in God, obviously. And they high ranking, if not an angel, obviously. But they won't go through the door. They'll just stay right there and they'll support the damn devil. They like cheerleaders for the devil, but they standing at God's door. Weirdest people, and those people freak me out. I don't know what they are. I don't know if they somebody up got like a trick person from God. You know what I'm saying? trying to make you feel like, you know how you watch the movies and you got this last person, you done went through all this Satan and stuff, you done went through all Satan temptation, and you get to this last part. And it's just one person that you know this person of the light, but they gotta say something crazy, and then you answer the question, they'll say you passed the test. One of them kind of people right there. They just weird me out, bro. They know about everything. But this is what I want to tell the people besides them people. If you know that all y'all that's in these organizations, these basements and all this stuff, doing witch and black magic, blah, 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 you know the depths of this, all y'all know that if all that is real, then we all must know that all things come from God. In order to be a witch or a warlock, you gotta lose your angel wings. You gotta lose them angel wings. Cause I know, cause I lost mine, and I had to gain mine back. I had a seared heart, and I had to unsear my heart. I went to hell, and I had to climb my way out of hell. And that's why I could confidently and wholeheartedly say, God this and God that. Everything come from God. Why we treat God like God's a joke? That's what I want to know. I really want to get in my feelings about it, but if I do, then I'm going to go to the left and I'm going to descend from doing it. But, because I could chomp y'all off if I want to. All of you. Your group organization, the government, whoever. I can go ahead and go all the way in on you. But I'm not going to do that. Because it'll be beneath me, and it'll descend me, and it'll be wrong for me, and I shouldn't do it because I know I was wrong myself. But I want to know why people think God is a joke when everything comes from God. Satan came from God, so you get all this black magic, you do all this black magic, you got to do all this through Satan. Satan wouldn't be nothing without God, though. Why don't we give God the credit like we supposed to? And for some people, I feel like the reason why they don't do it, because they got a skeleton in their closet they don't want to let go of, and they just like in my case, because I used to get into it with these kind of people, like literally fighting with these people. And in my case, I found out in a few times, these people have a skeleton in their closet, and they done been in my closet looking for my skeleton and can't find a worthy skeleton, and then they get mad as hell, and they want to start throwing stones at me just like the rest of the enemy. Well, I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm not the one. 2 out of 3, I'm 0. I'm O. I'm O. You want to test it, you come bring it. This vessel is God's vessel. This soul belongs to God. You want to test, you come bring it. Don't forget, I'm a warrior. I don't know why y'all act the way y'all act, but I always want to know. And if y'all got some YouTube videos out there, I'd love to see them. Put them out and tell me, explain to me what kind of people these are. But all I got on them, like back in the day when I was younger, when I was ready to fight, when I had to during them fight these people, sometimes did fight with these people, is that they had a skeleton in their car, which really wasn't even that serious of a skeleton. They could have easily just got rid of it, but it was like they were pissed off and mad because I got rid of all my skeletons, and they just didn't want to get rid of their skeleton because they felt like they didn't have to get rid of their skeleton, and they felt like God should have gave them their gifts because even though they had the skeleton. But it don't work that way. Yeah, God love us all, and God gonna be there for us all, especially if you just high vibrational. But you asking for certain gifts, obviously, for God, and you know in order to get them gifts, you got to go through this doorway right here. You got to go through this doorway past this tree of life right here. You got to go through this doorway, and you can't get in this doorway past this tree of life. You can't go into heaven and grasp gifts from God when you got these skeletons. It ain't not one dope fiend in there in heaven. It ain't not one prostitute, one whore in heaven. We must understand that. It ain't not one drunk in heaven. It ain't not one of these liars. It ain't not one gossiper. It ain't nothing but real individuals in heaven. Solid, real individuals now. And when you look at that, you're going to realize, wait a minute, this ain't just based off of church and the four walls. God ain't inside four walls. God is this, the kingdom of God is inside you. You're going to realize that now. It's good you got a congregation you can go to. That's good. If you got people you can go to that love God just like you, that's even better. When two or more come together, God is there. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, I didn't have nothing like that. All I had was God. So my father God trained me how to be a man. And I'm here to tell you, it ain't nothing but real individuals in heaven. You could be real in any position that you got in your life. Because I know how people is. People actually keep us stuck in the streets. There ain't no way out of the streets. No matter what way you turn, you still gotta be in the streets because somebody put you in an experiment to make sure you never got out the streets. But you still love God, but you had to pray and get on your knees. Lord, please forgive me. I'm trying to get out of it, but they ain't giving me a way to get out of it. And I love you to death, so I'm gonna follow you regardless, even though I gotta live in these streets. So with that being said, it ain't nothing but real in heaven. It don't matter if you from the streets or in the church. If you're real, you in heaven. That's like I showed this girl one time. We were playing with the rain. The wind with the smoke, that's new to me. I was already doing miraculous things when I was young. I showed this girl with the rain. When the rain go left, I watch it. I said, watch this. I bet you I can make this rain go right. And the rain went right. And the same girl was amazed by it. And she had gifts too. She was absolutely amazed by it. It was on a Christmas morning. And she even went around and told everybody I was the devil from hell itself. And she really was. A whole witch out here. A witch / warlock. Take your hair out your head and put it in a cup. You know, do your hair and take every string of your hair out your head and put it in a cup and take their time putting spells on you. That's why I'm doing this message. So what's up with the people out there? We know everything come from God. Why are we giving so much credit to Satan though? Everything that Satan do is only an imitation of what God can do. Satan got black magic, God got real magic. Everything Satan can do is God got real monitor spirits. Satan got mechanical monitor spirits. Everything Satan got is a exact replica of God. Satan wouldn't be Satan. Satan wouldn't be so powerful of a creature if it wasn't for God. So why we give so much credit to Satan and not God? And like I tell people, I ain't had nothing but time on my hand. I ain't got no friend, family, no lovers neither, and ain't had now. So I ain't have nothing but God. God was my friend, God was my lover. And I poured into God. And I sat here and I double dutched with God too when it came down to my sin and the stuff that I liked of this life. But I done been with God for so long, I said, you know what, God, I might well give you my whole life because I ain't even interested in what I used to do no more. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this thorn out my thigh. That's why I got there. It is real. And you can swallow it and you can feel it and you can do whatever you want to do with it, but it's all real. I don't have the problems you got. Get over it. I don't do what you do. Get over it. Yeah, I ain't descending like you descending. Get over it. Everybody is not the same. Early in the morning, I told you it don't matter with me. I was born in the street. They made sure I stayed stuck in the street. And no matter what I did, I'd never be able to get out of the street. The only one can get me out of the street is God.